Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Flores. So let's take a look at the marketplace here on BNC. Wow, look at Bitcoin. We're up 6%, $1,946.86. I mean, these are the climbs that you're looking for in Bitcoin. When you see 6% like this pretty much overnight, it goes to show that Bitcoin's going somewhere. It goes to show that it's being massively adopted around the world right now. It shows that someday the value of this is going to be astronomical and that we are early investors, and this is great. I mean, we got a 48% dominance though with BTC, but we still got a 31.8% billion market cap. So Bitcoin is growing, and it's growing really fast. We got Ethereum coming in at $114.62. This is wonderful for them. I mean, they were having trouble getting over the $100 mark, and here they are well over the $100 mark, on their way to the $120 mark. We got NEM coming in at 26.9 cents. They're still holding fourth place. They got 56.3% gains today. For a coin that I didn't know all that much about, they've been like the silent sleeper, and they've woken now, and they seem to be climbing rapidly. I have to say thank you to the person that sent me a NEM tip yesterday. You got me looking a little bit more into it. You got LTC coming in at 27.70. That's an 8% gain on yesterday. Litecoin is going to be growing. It's the silver to our gold. With the problems that we're having on the BTC network, we're going to be seeing a lot more companies and people moving over to Litecoin to be able to transfer their value back and forth due to the lower fees. We got Dash coming in at 89.73. This isn't the greatest. A lot of the cryptocurrency is stepping up on the price right now and taking gains, and here we go having Dash not only sliding backwards from $100 but coming in at 89.73. They're maintaining and moving sideways. So hopefully something big will happen for Dash so they can continue to step forward, or else otherwise, Dash is falling a little bit here behind. We got Monero coming in at 31.30. This is a 5.74% gain. This is good for them. They're on the other side of a $30 spot. Hopefully we'll see them at 35 and 40 soon. We got Steem coming in at 97.4 cents. This is great. We got Steem up near $1. I'm posting on Steemit now. I'm over 500 followers strong over there. That's about 100 new followers in the last 24 hours, so that's great. If you're not on Steemit, you should probably try to join so you can go upvote my posts. That'd be awesome. We got Zcash coming in at $103.43. That's a 9.84% gain. This is good for them as well. We're looking at a lot of the cryptocurrencies being over $100 here now, and hopefully Dash will get back there. We got the BTC network still suffering though. We have an all-new high on unconfirmed transaction. Right now, when I just checked it, we have 233,000 unconfirmed transactions. I've never seen numbers this high before on unconfirmed transactions on the BTC network. Fees are getting to be, quite a bit. Actually, I haven't been transferring any BTC anywhere because of this. If I've been doing anything, I've been, transferring it in other altcoins. So what kind of news do we got here on BNC? Well, first up, I got, going along with that, I got on May 30th, the Yours network. I'm not super familiar with that, but I was going to look more into this. They said that they're moving over to the LTC, or they're moving over to Litecoin because of the fees. They're saying that the Yours network is similar to Steemit, that they're paying people, bloggers, and this is going to show the same thing that's going to happen. They're saying that it's because the miners are being super profitable and stubborn because of it, because they want the money. But at the same time, if they continue this, that they're just going to be driving people away from Bitcoin into the other cryptocurrencies because it does cost so much less. So on other news, we have the OAX Ethereum decentralized trading platform that's coming out. This seems to be big news lately, or as of today and yesterday. This is great. A way to be able to trade. Decentralized is the type of things that we're looking for here in cryptocurrency. It's just that some of the things that I fear with this is that it's going to be a lot of the Ethereum tokens, all these ICOs, and I mean ICOs are. It seems like every day there's an ICO or two that's running and closing and taking on millions of dollars, and very few of them have actually come to fruition so far. You know, the few that have you know, worked out quite well and been profitable. But the problem is that, you know, once some of these ICOs, you know, do turn out to be scams and, you know, start disappearing with people's money, that it's going to start causing reluctancy in the network. You know, but also here we go to a decentralized exchange. You know, what's going to happen in a situation, you know, like we seen 6 months ago where there was DDoS attacks on, you know, the Ethereum network, and now we've seen more recently on Poloniex. You know, how is a decentralized blockchain going to be able to handle that? And, you know, are we looking at another situation with Ethereum where they'll just roll back the block and, you know, continue to go again, just how we ended up here with Ethereum Classic? Because, I mean, even if it is a decentralized exchange, Ethereum that it's running on is still centralized. So, you know, there's, you know, this is one of the another reasons why I stay away from ICOs. You know, it is a big gamble. You know, you are also gambling that Ethereum is going to do well. And I'm not saying that Ethereum's not going to do well. I mean, look at it. We're looking at, you know, $114 Ethereum right now. And, you know, that's amazing. And this ideal of smart contracts and, you know, it being a smart computer worldwide network is amazing. And this type of technology I'd like to see happen. And you know, it's wonderful that it is. The fact that it could be happening on Bitcoin, I think would be even more wonderful, but I'm not one to down anybody for anything. So, you know, hooray for Ethereum for being so high. I'd like to see this decentralized network, you know, happen and work wonderfully. I just have some concerns. So pretty much just like everything new that comes out, I'm not going to be the first one to use it. I'm going to wait and make sure it works right before I go hopping on it. You know, everything that's happening lately is we have the market cap growing. I mean, we're doubling here pretty much the value of Bitcoin so far this year. We're $100 shy of it. You know, we have new coins, you know, taking 50, 75, 150% gains overnight. And it's pretty much now like we're chasing something through the woods, and it's running faster and faster, and we're sitting there trying to chase it as well and catch up to it. But the problem is that sometimes we got to stop and take a look around the forest so that we can remember, you know, which way is back home. Because otherwise, we're just going deeper into the woods. But, you know, sometimes you got to do what others aren't willing to do to have what others aren't willing to have. So if you like everything that you've heard here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to hit that subscribe button. You know, we're growing here. We're 1,040 subscribers. You know, we have over 500 subscribers on Steemit now. That's another 100 in the last 24 hours, and that's, you know, that's great. I got to say thank you for the tip I received yesterday, and for anybody that used the Amazon affiliation code. I'm seeing that more people are going over there and using that, and I couldn't be happier. You know, to see people go out and get themselves a hard wallet. That's the best way to, you know, keep your cryptocurrency safe. So I always recommend that, you know, if you got $500 or more in any cryptocurrency, you probably should buy yourself a hard wallet. You know, keep it safe, keep it offline, keep it in your pocket. You know, I got affiliation codes down there to get you, you know, some Genesis mining if you're just starting out and you're looking into that. Sometimes it's a good way to, you know, just play around on the internet and spend some money, get some of the smaller altcoins. You know, Hashflare has smaller amounts. If you're going to spend $5 or under, that's where I would go. I also have tools down there to help you navigate these cryptocurrency markets. And down there is the best tool of all is my email address. It's eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. You know, shoot me an email, ask me your questions. It's a free service. That's what I'm here for. That's, you know, the whole point here in Bitcoin and Coffee. And obviously you guys are loving it because I'm getting emails every single day and this channel is just growing. So thank you guys so much for everything that you're doing. And remember, keep your Bitcoin safe.